Alors, est-ce que ce que vous souhaitez diffuser, ça va être juste diffusé là à l'écran, uniquement là.
Des sports.
Je pensais beaucoup de monde.
Vraiment. Ce que je vais faire.
Mais sinon, vous donne déjà les fichiers.
Ouais, déjà des fichiers. Comment je vais faire? Ça va être tout de suite là. Ça, je mets à l'écran. Bonjour.
Yes, one for each coordinator. And what about tomorrow? I heard it. Yeah. Okay. It's one per you don't want to use? Are you sure? So I said your life. I said Maria's life, you need your water and your... Wow, I will go to the heaven. Maybe then we can do this one for my Yes, don't worry with the spelling. No, it's okay. So, don't worry. Yes, too short. Yes, I think so. Be correct. For the presentation, so for me it might be on your computer, because I will show all how one was doing anything. Okay. And I think it's better because most people are here, and at least when they see it, so the second time to see, I think you need to show the way to the side part. You're welcome. You're welcome. Don't you think so? No, not yet. Not yet. Something will tell us. Here or upstairs, something. Okay. Thank you. Perfect.
Oui, donc il faudra
Il faut les avoir à l'avance pour que ça passe en vidéo. Non, mais c'est pour que ça passe en vidéo. Ça passe vite. And the most important part of signature is the list, and then something must sign. You know the system.
się martwiła,
Ouais, mais
ale
c'était intéressant si vous
tu m'as réglé le
sur distance. Myśmy
dwie razy pozwalają edukować urbanisty effectivement Hubert démarrer enfin voilà, c'est juste comme ça et de pas voilà, donc il veut pas qu'on définisse la première partie, la première demi-journée.
D'accord.
Et après on aura la santé générale.
Ça sera ça.
Voilà. Parce que ça
here in Sète in France. So we had already two very nice and I think also very productive days. So now we are moving on with the official part, the General Assembly, where I sent you the official agenda. This is what you got in the invitation for the General Assembly. So we are going to do this point by point, as statutes foresee it. And there is no very big, difficult decisions to make, except a little bit the financial things. There, Anders will show you all about our figures and also what maybe needs to be done, give some proposals where we can vote on. So, going on the next slide. We have no picture. It's about the administrative matters and the proxies we have. So, Tone, question, did you get any proxies from anybody? So I didn't get it either, so it's only the national coordinators who are actually here. And do you know already?
Maybe it would be better if the national coordinator stands up and I instruct.
Okay, who is national coordinator or has a proxy from a national coordinator? Maybe rise quickly. And 17. So 17. No. That's Annick. So 17 national coordinators present, and Anders knows best how many officially are have paid, so are entitled to vote.
Yeah, I see. I don't see the one country who has not paid yet. The two countries who have not paid yet are not present.
So, but we have in total normally then 23, 24?
We have, at the moment, we have officially 24 members. At the moment, we have 24 members, but some changes will come.
Excuse me, I come from Italy and
Yeah.
I'm one of them. And I'm
No, you're not one of them because you're not formally a member yet.
Okay.
So, you're not there in that group. No.
Fair enough, sorry.
Okay, so but if we have 17 from 24, we are way over our quorum we need, and all our decisions are legal. So we have the decision power, yes. Good. Then on the next slide, it's about the approval of the minutes of the General Assembly of 21, so the General Assembly we held in Santo Tirso. The minutes are on our team engine. I don't know if it's mostly about the election which was held, and if there's any opposition to what was written there, then you should speak up now, or be quiet forever. But, okay, seems to be everything in order, then probably nobody has read some, so we move on. Next slide, please. Yeah. Short presentation and approval of the annual report from the EC. So, just to say what has been done. Can you go on the next slide? So, of course, it's just a summary. We had the general meeting in Switzerland in September, so it was quite close to the General Assembly. There was only the summer break in between. I think the meeting in Switzerland was also a very nice meeting, a very successful meeting, and I want to thank Switzerland again for this marvelous organization we met there. There was an editorial group meeting in Frankfurt in the end of November and beginning of December, where they talked about their strategies, and I think Anders was present there as a member of the executive committee to give his input and also to get the feedback from the editorial group. We also, from the executive committee, met in Paris in order to prepare, of course, this assembly and also to get our strategy right. And I want also to thank France because they invited us also to their General Assembly. And that's a thing which is very nice to, first of all, get an information when a National General Assembly is taking place. And, well, I could participate there. It was very interesting to get an insight of what's happening in a country and to learn a little bit informal about their struggles, and even if FranceEuropea is a very well-run national Europea, you see the results of this good organization. But they also have their problems and their struggles, like everybody, and it's interesting to know, and also for us important, because we can maybe think what we can help in this situation.
Thank you, Nicolas. I'd like to say as well, our members have appreciated very much the fact you were there and you could explain things about EUROPEA, because even though we are telling them it was good, it was coming from you, and they saw a face, and that was very good. And I think when you speak as well about webinars, it could be sometimes as well, because okay, you cannot just come in every General Assembly, but at least from distance we could sometimes make some meeting, and they really appreciated the fact you were there.
Thank you. Yes, and that's a suggestion I wanted to make to all the national coordinators, maybe to give us on the editorial group the dates of your General Assembly, and maybe when you have done it, also to write a small report or a small news post what has been done on your General Assembly. And I think that's an important information to see also that there is something happening in your countries. So please communicate the date. I got from Sweden, I got the minutes of their General Assembly, so it was good to train my Swedish. And but of course with Google you can translate enough, so it was very good, and I'm very glad. Thank you for that. So please communicate your General Assemblies, and maybe if some of us has the time or is in the vicinity, it could be also nice to assist. Good. So then, of course, we had online meetings. I suppose the group also had online meetings. What we did besides that, and it's just a line here, but it's not so easy. We transferred the accounts to Anders. It's still on the same bank, but he has no access to it, and that's more quickly said than done. And the setting up of Microsoft Teams encountered some difficulties, but I'm very positive that they will be resolved. I was really hoping that I could present you our team's account from EUROPEA here. So for those who are new, we will get rid of the team engine because it's too expensive and it's outdated, it's not exactly what we need. And we will get a Microsoft Teams account of EUROPEA. So everybody who applies will get a EUROPEA email address and can log in as a full member, so you get a full access to Teams with cloud, and it's completely for free. And it enables us also to meet via Teams, to have seminars via Teams, and you're not there as a guest, but you have full rights to set everything up, and it can help us in our European work, and also if you have a project and so on, you can use Teams like this. So I really think I'm very positive that for June we will have it up and running, and that you get then your email address. Good. So there are some smaller activities but which are not yet completed, so we will stay with this. So I have to ask you if you approve of this. Otherwise, if there's no disapproval, we can move on. So it's okay? Okay. Then we talk about the proposals received. That's very quickly done because I received nothing. So we can move on also. And now I will give the mic to Anders, and he will present you the account of 21.
First, thank you for putting your trust in me to take care of your money. I'm doing my best. I even have a little bit surplus because yesterday evening I found a euro note on the floor at the museum. So if anybody missed €5, they are here. I don't want to take them for myself. So please, if somebody has lost some money, please at least €5 we can do that. Okay. This one, yes. Sorry, Nicholas. The financial statement, yes, please, first slide. First, a little bit opening information because I took over this job as treasurer, and I made a few changes in the way we do it, and it's not to go into those technical details, but for the nerdy types of you, we now do accrual accounting based on the calendar year. Our statute says that we have to report financial year is calendar year. So what you see now is the calendar year 2021. And the accrual accounting is just how you do the accounting. It's the double entry bookkeeping. So if somebody works with bookkeeping, you know what I talk about. Otherwise, it doesn't matter because everything is in order. Next slide. We have like two elements in the financial statement. The first is the income statement. How did we have the money in and out? And you see the totals in the right. So the total of the money we had coming in was the membership fees. And what you see here is the membership fees which are charged. So the invoice is sent out, not necessarily what was paid, because now we also operate with debtors list. That if you don't pay, you are on the debtors list. So I keep a track on who is owing money to us or who we owe money to. So we charged 25 members in 2021, and 23 of them paid the membership fee. We had no other income. We had some expenses. You see the IT which is mainly the cost for the team engine, which is something around 3,400 euro per year. Then some few other things. You also see competitions, and you can ask, were there any competitions in 2021? No, but when we spend money for competitions, we allocate the money for the competitions to be staged next year. So in September, all competitions can apply for support, and the executive committee will decide what can we support with how much, and then we allocate the money and put it in as a cost at that time. So the 3,000 euro is what we decided to support for Agro Challenge to be staged in August in Austria. So that is how it works. So all in all, we had a net profit of 2,488.91 euro, and so that's the surplus of the year. Yeah. Any questions or clarifying comments or questions now? Everything's clear. We turn to the balance sheet. That's the other part of the statement. Yes. Sorry, we have for the visual oriented. You can see what the money was spent for. We spent around 1/3 for the competitions and more than 40% for IT costs. The meetings, and it was only the editorial group who managed to make a physical meeting. It takes some 20% of our expenses. Yeah. Flip to the next. The balance sheet. Yeah, it's just a bunch of more numbers here, but I think the most important number is on the right column in the middle, the 48,000 euro. That's sort of our net worth at the end of 2021. If all debtors pay their debt. You see, we have a sum of debts. The members owing money to us is a total of 2,250 euro. That equals like what is that, five years of payment in total. We also owe some money for some creditors. It's the 3,000 euro for Austria and some money which were spent in 2021 but was not reimbursed before 2022. But it's all cleared, most of it now. So this is sort of the overview of our financial capacity, what we have in our hands and what we are responsible of. So next slide. Here is a picture of the signed financial statement revised by Sophie and René, and you see their signatures down there. So we can say that they found everything was in order and makes a fair representation and picture of our financial situation. So any questions? Thank you.
Thank you, Anders, for this very professional way to do the budget. I just give the word to the auditors so that they can make a recommendation. Also, we saw it written, but that's René, where is he? So, you want to...
I have nothing to add. There were not so many movements on the account. There were not. Oh, yeah. There were not so many movements on the account, but Anders did a great job to make a double bookkeeping, and so it will be clear for the next year also.
Okay, so can you give a recommendation for the...
Of course. For Sophie and me, it's fine. Anders can be exonerated.
So, is there any opposition? Otherwise, we do it by acclamation. Then we can exonerate our treasurer by acclamation. I'm not finished yet. Yes, there's some more points.
Well, thank you, and we can look ahead now. You see here we will propose the budget for 2022 and 2023 in 2 steps, because we think it's necessary for our association and for the executive committee to look a bit longer ahead. Normally we only have a budget 1 year ahead, but we are already half year in. So it makes no sense really to work only on the 2020. Let's be 1.5 years ahead, then it's easier to make the decisions on adjustments and pay attention to any difficulties. So we now look on the budget for 2022. It's in the right, in the red column. I put also what we realized in the 2 years before. They are special because they are affected by Corona. What you see there, and I guess your eyes is already in the bottom line, is a minus, a proposed minus of 8,420 euro. Have I gone mad? No. I will try to explain why I think we should do it this way. We have some incomes. We have charged this year 24 members, of which 22 have already paid. There is a membership fees depreciation, and that is the fact that we may have to accept that some money was lost because they will not come. EUROPEA Italy ceased to exist in the old form, and they owed us some money, two years. And also EUROPEA Malta, we have had no contact for several years, and then I managed in beginning of May to get in contact with Malcolm, and he asked kindly if they could have their membership suspended. So I think in practical terms it means that sort of ended, because I don't believe that they will pay us back the 4 years they owe the membership fee. So I propose better to say now, okay, we clear the table. It's not like money we have to take out of the bank, it's just money which never arrived, because it comes from the balance. So it's just to equalize or neutralize in the balance. Of course it is a loss, but it's more or less paper money. So that explains a little bit part of that big number in the bottom. Then you can say we have a number of expenses, and what you can do when you are in a deficit, you can either increase income or you can reduce expenses. So I forgot to say that we have also a project web publishing, those agreements to publish projects on the web page. And we charge 500 euro for this. And we have actually, we are so happy that 3 projects, and we are thankful that they want to publish their project and tell about the project in our webpage. And there are 3 projects there now who are willing to do this. Biocom from Netherlands, ERSGG from Denmark, and we have Footprint from Luxembourg, France. Okay. So they are already there, so it's money which will come. On the expenses, you saw a lot of numbers, they will come again. It's our basically the executive committee think that we need to invest now, or to spend money now, because after 2 years of not being able to do much, it's important that we can support competitions. It is important that the editorial group can meet and the executive committee can meet, that we put in money now to reactivate the association. So we ask for accepting this expenses. That means also we have the 4,000 euro for the IT. I am glad if it's the last year we pay so much, but it's also then the last year. So we cannot get out of that agreement. It's already paid for the year, so we have to yeah, it ends in March 2023, this agreement we have with Team Engine. Well, so we see the meetings for the executive committee and the editorial group is the same as what has been budgeted before. competitions, we suggest again 6,000 euros as a maximum. And other costs for editorial group is if they want to go to the agricole challenge, for instance, or do other special initiatives, then there is some money for that. And the other cost is the money which may come some extra cost in the transfer to teams or some other special costs. So all in all, a minus of 8,420 we propose. Please flip to the next sheet. So yeah, it's not a good color I chose, red. I hope you can see it, but it's. We asked the General Assembly to accept, and you can really disagree if you want. Then we have to rearrange the budget. It's your decision. But our argument is that we should sort of give full support for the activities to reactivate our association. Some of the minus comes from this loss of previous years of unpaid membership fees, and it's the last year with this high IT cost. So if you have any suggestions to change this, please speak up or let us know if we can go on with this budget. Maybe if you turn back, we can see the numbers. Do you agree? Do you accept? Two different things maybe. You can say if we do this budget, we will have in the end of 2022, we will have a net worth of around 40,000 euro in the bank and no debtors. So it's our money. So we have 40,000 euro if we execute this budget when we come to end of the year. We're not poor. Okay? So should we just conclude that we go with this budget? No protest? We conclude that. Okay. Then we take the next two slides. One more. Yes, before when we propose the next budget, I turn it a little bit around because in 2023, when you make a proposed budget, you should set a target. The target in 22 was to reactivate the association. In target, as I see it in 2023, is to reach a zero budget. We cannot go on with making a large deficit. Yeah, we can have a party and then say goodbye. Otherwise, we will go bankrupt. But so please flip. Yeah. So I tried to set this target. Can we reach this? Yeah, we can. We can adjust income. Next. We suggest to actually increase the membership fee a little bit. It doesn't make a large difference. We have had the same membership fee for 7 years, from 2016 till 2022. So we suggest, and it's open suggestion, but suggest to increase it with 25 euros. It only makes 600 euros in total, but it's maybe better to be aware that things are increasing and not do it in big jumps in a few years. We hope that 2 more projects will like to present themselves in our webpage. That would give us another 1,000 euro. Yeah. Then we can cut the expenses and we can cut the IT costs. We can have to find a bit more money. Then I took 7.5% from the executive committee meetings. We have to be aware of the costs for those meetings. And I also took 5% from the editorial group, 100 euro away from the 2,000. And then I found 1,000 euro in the budget for student competition. That's not good in my heart because I think it's very important to support there. And I didn't reserve any money for extra costs. Then I can reach a zero if we flip to the next. We can take this discussion later, but flip to the next again. You see out there in the right, then we can have a balanced result. 2 questions. Of course you can think, if we have 40,000 euro in the bank, why do we have to not just spend some more? Because we are wealthy. In my terms, 40,000 euros is quite a lot of money. That's the one question. Do we need to go for a 0, or can we accept some kind of a minus? Or do you have suggestions to make the cuts or the increase of income in a different way? So please speak up if you either think it's wrong to go for a 0, it can be a question, and also tell us if we think we should arrange the expenses and the income in a different way. If you disagree with some of the suggested cuts or the increase in membership fee.
On behalf of the Czech Republic, EUROPEA, Czech Republic, I would like to propose to increase the fee not for 475 to 500, because 25 euros it's not big difference, and it could help you to finance things. So it's my proposal to increase this fee not per 25 euro but per 50.
So specific proposal here to increase membership fee by 50 euro, not by 25, so ending up with an annual fee of 500 euro. Let's stick to that. Maybe what is your opinion on this? It's the duty or the privilege of the General Secretary to make this decision.
Because the prices are growing so fast. So I know in Czech Republic it's terrible.
But also the prices are growing where you live, for your schools. But any other comments regarding the membership fee? We had a discussion in the executive committee about 25 or 50. It ended with a compromise on 25, but we can go with 50. I don't know. Any in the board who wants to comment? Sophie? Sorry?
Yes, so as you discussed 25 and 50, and this is the budget for 2023, and I agree that it's good to speak about it now.
Yeah.
Why not doing, say, 25 for 2023 and another 25 on 2024, do it in 2-year step. So that could make it as well, after 2023 we can discuss again if it was impossible for countries, we don't know what could happen, and it could be in 2 steps.
Yeah. And now we end the advantage that we look at 1.5 years ahead, so we are a little bit more ahead of the situation. So we keep it 25 extra, so 475 from now on. Sorry, Karina?
I have also a suggestion, because the fee is the same for all countries, no matter how many members they have. And I know that a lot of organizations, they split the fees based on the number of members. Have you also considered that? So maybe the countries that have only 2-3 schools, they pay less, and the countries that they have more members, they pay more. So I think this will be also more fair.
Yeah.
But it's only the suggestion. I know it's easier for you to do it this way.
It's not a matter of what is easy for us. I think we came from a situation with before 2016 it was like different levels, 200 euro or 400 euro, depending if you were a full member or associated member, and that was eradicated in the new statutes. But I think for this budget, I think if we should make this diversified, it needs a little bit more consideration than what we can do right out of the head now. So that would be a proposal for next year. The General Assembly could ask the Executive Committee to analyze another membership fee model. I know it's also very different how much you charge your members, because I heard 75 euros a year for a school to be member of a national EUROPEA. We charge 220. So it's also very different how much you charge the individual schools. And then again, a euro is not the same in all countries. So there are many parameters affecting how easy it is to pay 100 euro or extra 50 euro. So I suggest we take it into discussion if another model of calculating the membership fee could be proposed. I don't know.
can take that, but if we want to make the race now or not, then we have to take a vote on it.
Okay. As I hear it, there is a suggestion that we will follow our suggestion to raise the membership fee with 25 euros to 475. Do we need a secret vote? Anyone who claims they will demand a secret vote with papers and writing? Or can we do it by hand, raise the hands? We can do it by raising the hands, okay? Who, no, one suggestion. The suggestion is, do you accept to increase the membership fee to 475? That is my conclusion on the debate. That is on the table for the budget 2023, is to increase the budget, the membership fee to 475. Could we just vote in favor or against? Yes. So I ask now, who are in favor, who say yes to increase the membership fee to 475? And it's only the national coordinators who can vote. So we need to count. I can count, I'm not the national coordinator. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. It's more votes than we have national coordinators. That's not good. That's more. I don't like that. Numbers are not the right. Maybe I can ask, who says no to raising the membership fee to 475? Say no, raise your hand. Okay, so there's nobody against. So we assume everyone is in favor. Okay, thank you. So that is set. Maybe it's more about the expenses then. Do we agree to cut the potential support for the competitions by 1,000 euro? We don't know yet. I don't know how many competitions will be staged in 2024, because that is what it is about. It's the money for competitions in 2024, which we can allocate for that. I guess we have Agro Challenge in 2024. I don't know if we have Horti Challenge or if we have other competitions. We have Horti Challenge in 2024. Yes, so we have at least 2 competitions. The way it has been done earlier is not like it is a fixed rate for the competitions. It has been actually checked all the minutes of meetings way back in time, and it was different levels given for the different competitions over the years. So it's not like you can ask for, we normally get 3,000 and that's the amount. It's depending on the amount of applications, how much we can give. Yes? Yes?
I think that many of okay. I know that many of us know that we can use Erasmus plus money from accreditation. There is a special category for international competition, and we have many international competition, and we can get money. That it really will be helpful for organization for EUROPEA for run with this competition. Yeah.
It's a good point that we can support if national Europeans have accreditation and have mobility money, you can support your members' schools, or then if they have money themselves, they can support the students. But I think that the support we give from EUROPEA is for the organization, it's not for the participation, of course, but it could bring money to the table if we can support the students directly with Erasmus money. What about the, yeah, so I don't hear any comments about the competitions in 2024. Any suggestions to increase the income? Where can I find some money?
It was my suggestion. You didn't accept it.
Yeah.
Have you explored the possibility to get money from some sources of, for instance, some financial entities? They are, in some countries, are willing to support some kind of organization like this. So maybe could be. You should explore.
So explore the possibilities of kind of sponsorships. Yes. I have no idea who to ask, but that would be very interesting if people can suggest who to ask throughout Europe where we could find some sponsors. We stressed it before, sponsors could also be companies who would like to see their logo on our webpage or something. But if there are some funds or somebody who wants to just help us, do we know any? I don't know any, but we could. It's a good idea if it's possible to find some. We would just need your help to find them, I think. Any suggestions where we could start looking? What do you think? Can we do a work on examining if there's possible to find some funds? I don't know what information Nicholas just got. Sophie, you can tell?
Yes, I can tell.
Yes, I can tell it's Ilka, you know, she connected herself on the YouTube as it, and she's asking a question, but maybe I saw it too late. It was about the team engine history, and so I don't know if she missed the beginning or what, so maybe, I don't know, we have to repeat the...
Okay, we can repeat that the team engine is about, we will stop using team engine as our platform, and we will move into a Microsoft Teams solution where we have our own sort of domain in the DAC network.
Yes. So, so we agreed in Switzerland that we would stop using Team Engine. So we paid it already in advance for I think until March next year. So we will have Teams probably up and running next month, and we will have, of course, both platforms in parallel in the beginning. We will transfer all the files which are now on Team Engine to our team, so nothing will be lost. So I think that was maybe the question. I cannot see the second part. So yeah, and we saved an awful lot of money for next year, so 3,400 euros. And because Team Engine even asked already to raise, and they didn't give up the raise. So, and that, I'm supposing that Team Engine will not last any longer. So,
Benita has a question.
Future limit.
There's a microphone.
Okay, I think he'll comment what is happened to the information that is in Team Engine. Will it remain?
All will be transferred to Teams.
Okay.
So we will have storage on Teams.
Okay.
And we can store everything which is on Team Engine.
Good. And the second question was who is going to pay for the new platform, but that is free, as you said.
That is free. So we got an agreement from Microsoft. They consider us as a initiative.
Closer with the microphone, Nicholas.
So they, Microsoft agreed that we are an association in education and for non-profit organization, so they agreed to get everything.
Yes. Thank you.
We set it even up for free.
Yes, thanks.
The second question was as well, you know, who takes care about the domains? .eu and or .org.
The
I
domain?
suppose, yeah, the domains I think we have to pay every year, but the domain.
Yes, there we have two companies. It's Network Solutions, which we pay every year, where all the domain names are taken, and the website data is stored on a Danish server. It was set up by Rasmus Morrison, who was Giga host, and that's where the problem lies now for the transfer to Microsoft Teams, because they need to change something in this domain, and I have access to Network Solutions and cannot get to Giga host, and they said, oh, it's the other company who has to do it, and so they are fighting who can do it, but it seems to be Giga host, so Rasmus is on it to change it.
So there will be a continued cost for these companies. It's not big. Some 50
euros a year or something like that.
I think it's around 250 euro in total for these services. The basic access to these things. I don't understand what it is.
Me neither.
Paulina.
I know how you can earn money actually, because the meetings, it's really a good opportunity for us to make the multiply events. So I will suggest that maybe next time when somebody would like to present the project here or do the multiply event, they should pay some money for the EUROPEA. I am not sure, not only for disseminating on the website, but also to have possibility to make the physical multiply event of the project. But I don't know. It's a suggestion.
We always hope that when somebody presents it here, that he also takes the project on the web page, which should be done like that. I know that there's today also a project presented. They have not yet it on the web page, but I will talk to them because I think it's not right. So if it's on the website, I think we should give the physical possibility for free visit as part of the package. But I agree with you, it cannot be that we are always only taking the benefits and helping not to provide it.
Can I ask the editorial group, because we did not have a long conversation earlier about, do you accept to have this cut of 100 euro in your budget? You think you will? Yeah? You still have the 1,000 for special activities, so okay. I think we have to conclude. I don't hear many protests. I hear some suggestions what we can do. I think it has been noted. I hope it has. So I will ask you now, should we go with this budget for...
Yes? Maybe the 1,000 euros of the competitions, that's a big drop.
Well, I asked, I didn't hear any comments, but speak up.
So I wouldn't cut the sum, the amount for the competitions. Do you hear me? I'm sorry. So I wouldn't cut.
You wouldn't cut. You suggest to keep it on 6,000.
To keep it on 6,000. Yes.
Ivana?
My proposal is, if we don't know how many competitions we will have in 2023, to give amount per one competition. To say, for example, we will give 2,000 euros per one competition. If we have 3, we will have 6,000. Because we just now propose 6,000, but we don't know how many competitions we will have. So it will be more effective if we say for one competition we benefit this amount of euros, and we will multiply it how many competitions we will have. It's my suggestion.
My suggestion would be, because it's the 2023 budget and we're going to meet again, so you could, say something about this, and say we do a revised budget, because the competition for 2023, we have to apply for September this year. So by the end of December, you will know exactly how many competition and how much money. So if it's less, and we can do at the beginning of 2023 or a revised budget to really be exact.
That's the good thing about looking ahead, we can adjust. So in March, if we're meeting in Sweden in March next year, I hear some people say, that we can rearrange.
Even in Czech Republic, because it's after the 1st of September, we have the applications already?
No, but we have to think this number is about 2024.
Yeah, but so the applications coming for September 22 are for the competitions in 23.
Yeah. We can revise it anytime we want, but we can only revise it on a General Assembly, because on an ordinary meeting we are not a General Assembly. So formally it's the General Assembly who decides the budget. So it has to be done in the spring next year. But it's still way fine in time, because we then know what is planned to be staged in 2024. So it's not a big deal. We can go with 5,000, we can go with 6,000, it doesn't matter really. We just have to pay attention to the bottom line in due time. And we will survive also a minus of 1,000 euro. It's not a big deal. So, can you help me conclude, Nicholas? What will we do now? Will we go with this, or should I change the competitions back to 6,000 and then say we have a minus of 1,020 euro?
Back to 6,000.
Back to 6,000?
Yes.
Any higher? Sold for the lady?
Okay, then.
We conclude, do we need any vote about this? No?
Yes, yes, we do need a vote.
Okay, then I can't do it here now, but if you can imagine to put 1,000 extra, 6,000 on the competitions, a minus, that would make a minus of 980 euro. Then I ask if anybody is against this budget of a minus of 980 euro. Nobody is against, so I assume everybody is in favor. Yes?
Please show up in favor or like?
The last slide, just a quick one, just to show you that there is a connection. Here you see the red line is what we expected, and the blue line is what we realized. So we tend to expect a minus, and the green line is the zero. So that's why we have to take care. We cannot always be below the line. And we had a few good years, but we also had some bad years. So we have to take care. Is my opinion. But if we bring ourselves closer to the line very much, it's a good situation. So good, thank you. And I still have the €5.
Yes, sir.
Yes, but in fact we can take the one of Czech Republic, because for the presidency of Czech Republic in autumn, so in the second half of year of 22, you will get a presentation to know what will be going on.
Good morning, everybody. I am very glad that next half year we have presidency in Czech Republic. So on behalf of EUROPEA Czech Republic, I would like to invite you to a meeting which will be organized in September, from the 19th till the 22nd of September. Please, next slide. First of all, I would like to say something about us. for you who are not so long members as we are, because we are member from 2004, so which is 18 years. I can't believe that, but it's true. So I'm a principal of agriculture college and agriculture secondary school, and part of the meeting will be held in my school. So first of all, I would like to tell you something about the studying programs which we have, maybe to motivate you to take a part in this meeting. We provide in secondary school programs with school reading examinations, which is agri-entrepreneuring, horticulture, natural essay, science essay, and veterinary studies. Part of them we are teaching in English, so we are bilingual school, the only bilingual school, vocational school in Czech Republic. We have apprentice programs as well, which is a farmer, rider, and a horse breeder and gardener. And we have a college as well, and we provide 3-year studies in veterinary assistant and agriculture enterprise. So this is our background of our school. The school is located in Middle Bohemia region, and it was founded in 1895, so 1895. So a long time ago. We have nearly 60 students. Next slide, please. I would like to invite you to Golf Resort and Spa Konopiště. There this meeting will be held. Maybe who of you were participating in our meeting which we organized in 2009? So you know that place because it is the same place as it was held previous time. What is new in this resort that they built wellness, so please take your swimming suit with you. In your free time you can spend this time there, or you can take the tools for playing golf, who you like to play golf. We have two 18-hole playground there and public playground as well. We would like to invite all of you, but because the prices are in Czech Republic rising very fast. Believe me, we are the 3rd country in Europe after Turkey who has the highest inflation in our country. So we would kindly ask you, and we offer you one placement free and other placements paying by 450 euros. We kindly ask you to confirm your participation till the middle of June, so by the 15th of June we would like to know how many people will come, because before this meeting there will be 2 months holiday, and we must know all these figures to prepare the program for you. We will prepare a special form which will be on Teams, and we will announce you the address where you can fulfill this form. Another slide, please. And this is the program of this meeting. The first day we have for transportation. We will pick you up at the airport. Please take tickets to the Havel Airport in Prague, and according to your times when you come, we will pick up you, and by bus we will take you to this golf resort, because it is 60 kilometers far away from the airport and the transport is not so easy. The first day of that meeting we will have official opening, and then we would like to work on these topics which you see there: impacts of the third technological revolution in agriculture on content of education, new trends in landscape maintenance related to climate change, and common European agriculture policy. Believe me, the last one is very hot topic in Czech Republic. We discuss a lot because these are many changes, and we must prepare our young generation for that. After lunch, we would like to visit some farms and agriculture enterprises connecting with this topic of the fourth technological revolution. On Wednesday, we would like to take you to visit of Agriculture Museum Castle in Kacina, and then we would like to take you to Prague for a guided tour and have lunch there. In the afternoon, we hope that we will have time for meetings for European coordinators and work sessions on common projects. And in the end, we will have gala dinner and handover of the presidency. And the next day, we will commute you back to the airport by our buses, and we will say goodbye. It's all. We are looking forward to seeing you in Czech Republic, and I hope that you will enjoy it as well as we enjoyed the meeting here. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for this presentation. The place was marvelous, I remember. So
I hope that you will like it as well.
yeah, it's beautiful. So we are coming to some other businesses. This first, the matter of Italy. EUROPEA Italy, you know, ended a little bit quite promptly, and we were contacted again by the School of Local Tondo and by the headmaster of the school, Angelina. She contacted me, and she was really interested in being again full member of EUROPEA to continue the good tradition we had in Local Tondo. And she wanted to be here today, but sadly she caught COVID and could not come. So I think she's very sorry about that. But they are here in person. Maybe you present yourself again.
I am here on the behalf of my headmistress, who has... So, yes. Good morning to everybody. I'm here on the behalf of my headmistress, who has, you already said, she couldn't come because of COVID. Now she's fine, she's become negative, but she couldn't reach us again. So we really would like to, we really would like to come again, to become again members, because in the past we already were, but then Martino Pastore retired, and so the new headmasters who came after him didn't continue what he had started together with Giuseppe Murolo. And so now with our new headmistress, we would really like to come back again. So we really hope it will become true.
Okay. So thank you for that. I think that's I think our treasurer wants also to add something, because we had the issue of the membership fees, and we have some proposal, or you have a proposal?
Because normally we, I mean, the membership fee is sort of the entrance, it's the key to the door, and now the half year is gone, and Italy was, first I charged Italy in 2022, but then I understood there was nobody to charge. Then we withdrew this membership and said, okay, they are out. But then came this application to become member, and I suggest to do it this way, that for the year 2022, Italy pay half membership, because half year is gone, We could also be very generous and say no membership. This has not been calculated in the budget, but it's up to you, and I don't know what. As I understood, Angelinda, she would accept whatever we would propose.
We're just waiting for everybody to sign the statute, and then we will pay the fees.
So it's up to the General Assembly to say what you think would be the appropriate membership fee for 2022 for our new member, Italy. And our suggestion would be a half membership for a half year, and then go into the ordinary role.
Whatever you decide is fine.
What do you think, members of General Assembly?
Maybe, and of course, you have to be agreeing that we are taking Italy back again. So, I think there's no problem with that. So I think that we can do by acclamation. And then the suggestion of Anders to charge for half a fee, would that be okay for you, or do you say no fee? There's René.
Is that according to the statutes?
The statute says nothing about the exact membership fee. The statute says that the membership fee must be paid to be a member. And if you don't pay in 2 consecutive years, you can be presumed resigned. That's what they say in the statutes. And it also says that the role of the General Assembly is to decide on the financials and the membership fee. Okay. So I sort of understand it this way, that we can, if we decide about this exception of a half-year membership fee, that is under the role or the rule of the General Assembly. That is what you can decide. Okay. So that's why we ask you to accept this proposal, or speak up if you want another solution.
It's okay for me.
Okay, anyone who wants to argue against this proposal of 225 euro for the membership fee this year? First time, second time? No?
I cannot understand. The money is not so big. I talk with other colleagues in Latvia. It's not problem for every school pay 100 euro for this fees, 500 euro per year. Where is the problem? 100 euro for every school. It's one branch. It's one branch. It is not so much money. I will say proposal for next time. Maybe we can talk about it. 500 is not problem.
No, but we don't talk about
it's not problem.
We talk about the special case with the...
No, it's not for Italy, but in general.
Ah, okay. But the question now is the membership fee.
In general, my proposal is 100 euro for every school. In future, we can...
Okay,
no, that is money.
That is the proposal for the future membership fee. It's okay.
Maybe we can talk in the Czech Republic about it. Yeah.
But there was not a comment on the exact membership fee for the new member Italy, no? No. Okay, I conclude that we accept that. Yes? Good. I just mentioned that Malta has decided to suspend the membership, and we have decided to say, okay, then we also nullify their debts, and they will have to apply to be members again. We will encourage them to do that, but I think it's better to clear the table and say, okay, let's start over again if needed. Yeah.
Good. Then I want also to congratulate Latvia. We created EUROPEA Latvia officially now, because it was in former times. Maybe you want to comment on it?
We, 5 green school in Latvia, make this association. EUROPEA Latvia and take part in this big association, EUROPEA International, and we are happy for it.
So, of course, we need to change with the status. We need to make these things, but that's not a problem. So it's just an adjustment of the addresses. So they have now their own official European association. And before it was a school association general, but now it's European.
Yeah, before we have another association that they don't like what we us. And we made in Latvia a Green School Association and take part in European International as our green agriculture schools.
Okay, so then on the competitions, I think soon there will be presentation for the next Agro Challenge, but before we do that, we have many competitions we usually support and have also organized members of you, and we just have lost a little bit of overview who is doing what in the next years. So it would be nice to know what's planned. So we have some information on our website, but if we are going by competitions with Agro Challenge, this year it will be in Austria, that I know, but is there already decided who will be in 2023 hosting Agro Challenge? Does anyone have this information?
Not only we might go.
It's on close up. No, push it blisko do usta. Jeszcze bliżej.
No, try to prepare my colleague.
Okay, I'm sure. So, I'm
Put
from...
the microphone close to yourself.
I am, yes. Okay, so we are from Slovakia, and we are preparing Agro Challenge for the next year. Today we are going to have a meeting, and it will be big challenge for us, not only Agro Challenge. So we are here mostly for gathering information and to be ready and to welcome all of us. We are really glad and happy for next year. So this is all maybe. It's okay. So thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. So 2023, it will be Slovakia. Is there already something foreseen for 2024? Is there already?
Thank you. And at 2024, Estonia is happy to organize Agro Challenge and for the Olympics, or for the challenge.
Those at the same time?
No, at the same time. No. In spring for the challenge and in autumn of Agro Challenge. And the third competition will be this year, flowering competition. We are very happy to invite all countries, 2 students, 1 teacher to Oslo in September, 15 to 18 of September. 18 to September. 15 is arrival. 16th of September is practical part, the practice part. 17th of September is the competition. And 18th of September is departure. And the information about the plowing competition is on the website already. And if at the same time we have also marmalade competition, if your students can take some marmalade to our competition, it will be really great. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you, Kathleen. So, thank you for your big investment in competitions. Super. So, I think is planning over 24 already for Aqua Challenge? Probably not. Or it's, not finally. So Germany has a plan, a coming plan for. Okay. So it's all very good. We know what will be happening in the next few years. So how is it with the forestry competition? Is there anyone who knows about the European Challenge in forestry skills?
We prepared forestry competition in September of this year. It's a long time forestry competition in Piestany. Piestany is a small town nearby of our school, and it has a long tradition. And the competition is prepared for two parts, for the professional and also for the students. I think that many information we will give you on web, just on email.
Okay, thank you. So that's for 22 or 23?
22.
22, okay. Good. And then 23? Ah, okay. Floristic. Oh, sorry. Okay. And forestry? Who has information about forestry?
I just got rumors saying that it should be in Norway. But I'm not a part of it myself. But Ilse, you're here. You can confirm it? Yes. I talked to my colleague. He's a retired teacher. He's used to be engaged in forestry competitions.
Yeah.
And I know he has a closer relationship to Ilse. So she can also probably say something about it.
Yeah, the forestry competition will be organized 2023 in Norway. And after 2024, one of countries, Belgium, only, I think, but Norway is accepted.
Is it right that it will be in May 23?
Usually in May is forestry competition.
Okay, but don't trust really the dates, but
yeah,
they work on
it. Is new information is accepted in May.
Okay, good, thank you.
So then it leaves us with the wine championship. Maybe Rafael, you know something about the wine championships?
I know that next year in Austria. I have a mail that says that next year in 23 in Austria in I don't remember Silverberg.
Okay. And no other information about
no
fraud?
No.
Okay, good. But, yes.
Would you be so kind and would you send us the list of competitions, agro competition, and the dates and proposals of next year, because there was set a lot of dates and a lot of countries, and I can't write it down. And I would like to pass to our member in Czech Republic. So would you be so kind and give us a list of these competitions, please?
It's really included in the minutes, so what we can make in the calendar also from EUROPEA should appear. So, yes?
I can do separate the list, it will be visible and easy to find.
It's great, thank you. You're welcome.
So, okay, so we're getting our calendars straight. Just also for reminding, we saw that the next Assembly of EUROPEA will be in Czech Republic. In spring it will be in Sweden. So the Swedish are already organizing, because we'll have a 30 years jubilee. Then just for notifying, in autumn 23 it will be in Spain. So be aware of that. And in spring 24 it will be in Belgium. So if we follow the turn of the European presidency, and after Belgium there will be Hungary in autumn 24, and spring 25 it will be Poland. So you can already psychologically prepare for it. So then I would invite to conclude. If there's no...
I thought Maria wanted to speak about the Agro Challenge, no?
Yes, I would invite, let me finish my phrase. I would invite...
May I speak for the editorial group?
Yes, okay. Yeah.
Before Franz says something, in relation to competitions, I remind you to those who organize competitions, be aware to apply for support if you need it or want it. I think the deadline is in September, but we will put this form of application together with a list of competitions. So if you want to apply, then we can decide in September or in the autumn how we can support.
Okay. Then we can take first funds for the editorial group. I have to written it, I would not have.
Good morning, everybody. I'm part of the editorial group of EUROPEA. First of all, two of our good members. Two of our good members from the EUROPEA editorial group are missing. Judith and Pedro. So I sent nice greetings to them who couldn't be here at this meeting. Who know who we are, editorial group? I hope everybody. Decide no one? So, we lost some time to ask where are the next competitions, where are the next dates. We can do it. We spread your information for you. If you send us your national coordinator, please send us your information and we will send it on the webpage europea.org, or if you send it to europea.editors@gmail.com. Please send us as well who is your national coordinator. But it changed. Some countries never change, it's always the same, but normally that changed over a couple of years, that changed. So what we did last year, we started a campaign, it's last year, we started a campaign, EUROPEA, I think. Yes, last year we started a campaign, EUROPEA. We sent it you when the timetable was from your country, and we didn't get from every country information, what we can spread from you. Even it's local information or school information or interested information what we can spread to our colleagues in EUROPEA members, to them, we can spread it. And articles, you can find our articles on europea.org. There you find articles. If you look now, there's yet an article about plowing competition in Estonia, and other, I don't remember now correctly what articles more there, from our upcoming events. So please send us information that we have work and that we can spread your information. I will thank you for listening.
agricole challenge.
Hello, good morning everybody. Presentation please. A warm welcome from Elizabeth, everybody knows her, yeah? Okay. So we welcome you to Austria in August to the Agro Challenge. The location is in Carinthia, please. Right here in the south of Austria. Maybe you know it. Yeah? The next, please. This is the very nice school from Hubert Josef. Everybody knows him. Forestry man, huh? Ah, Josef. Please click the link. Up. Oh. A little film from Josef for you.
I can't take it.
No.
Also, it doesn't go all the way.
Okay. Okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Sorry. This is the school in Carinthia. It's called Litzelhof, LFS Litzelhof. Please second. So, you have free board for one team. One team, 4 students and 1 teacher. Please mix it the group, female and male.
How many females and how many males?
It's your turn. 1 female, 3 boys, 3 girls, 1 boy, 2, 2. It's
up to you.
Up to you, yes. Please next. So, 18 disciplines. You got on Monday a big email from Elizabeth, all the national coordinators with all the description about this, so we can do it. Tasting will be a good discipline, or a new discipline is neophyte. Please take care of this point, neophyte. Yeah? Plants, animals, and lots of things to do. This is the timetable. You arrive on Monday. The competition starts on Tuesday and Wednesday, and then I think it's a very good day. The excursion in Carinthia. You can see the beautiful mountains and the landscape. It's very nice. And on Friday it's the party for you. Yeah? So, how to get to Litzelhof or to Austria, but not Vienna. Please don't fly to Vienna, because Vienna, you see it is here and Litzelhof is in the south. So please fly to Munich or Ljubljana. Munich is in Germany, not in Austria, but there's a very good connection with the train to Carinthia. Or take the train from Ljubljana to Stuttgart, and there we pick you up. Okay? If you need some information, please write me an email. I give you all the details, yeah? Later on. So, we have workshops and excursions and international dinner for you. It will be a very nice time in Austria. Next, please. Yes, it's very important. Please register to 1 or the 1st of July. It's very important for us. Maybe who knows, my country will not take part. Please send me an email so we can organize it better. Okay?
It's only the national coordinator.
It's only the national coordinator is responsible for the register. Okay? And this is the link, but you got it on the email. I think on the 1st page. So, thank you. And please be vaccinated in Austria. It's very important for us. And I think we are safe, and then it's not a problem to be there. And then, okay, please, one question.
Just a comment. You say you will charge students a small fee if they have access to Erasmus. This category of activity in mobility money is students' competitions. I think why not charge as much as you can, because the money is given by EU to support students to go to competitions. Why not take the money into your budget and ease your budget? It's the wish of the European Commission to support students going to the competitions. So it's not like I want to milk money out of Erasmus, but it has been given for the purpose. So I would be happy to allocate all the support I can give a student to your budget.
We will do it on the Google Forms, so we can see all the money, so we can...
Because there's no reason not to bring that money into to help your budget. For those who have the money from Erasmus to support student competitions. I don't know how many have, but I know some countries have it, or some schools have it. So, yeah, just my proposal.
Thank you. We will do it. Okay, and thank you for listening to my presentation. Last slide, please. Thank you. See you in Austria.
I'm sorry, I have a question. When you say it has to be registered by the national coordinator, so like me, I know it's a school of FranceEuropea who is going to take part of this competition. So I've forwarded the message. So this school is going to register itself, not me.
You are responsible to say this is the school. You know what I mean. So no two schools can come to us. So you know what I mean. So one team per country. It's very important. One team per country. And the national coordinator is responsible for this problem in your country. It's not my problem. So
Okay. No, I just wanted to be clear, who is doing what. And
thank you for the good question. But one team per country, please. Okay. Okay. See you in Austria. Thank you.
Excuse me, but I forgot a question. Now I looked at our webpage. I think EUROPEA is not so young anymore. I think it started in 1991, and the statutes are from 1993. I will ask perhaps the executive committee or the GA. Is there a celebration for 30 years anniversary EUROPEA? Do you know something about or?
So to answer your Franz, in fact the first General Assembly was in 93, the official. So we will have the 30-year celebration in Sweden. So Swedish are already aware of that. Okay, is there any other business from your side where you say this is a comment I would like to make clear? Yes, Judith?
Thank you. So I heard that there are many competitions going on, but I didn't hear landscaping. And I know that many of us have this very good profession. Estonia, Hungary stand together on Euroskills first ranks, and I think we are very good in this profession. So I would suggest to maybe consider to organize some landscaping professions among the members, maybe. What do you think?
Yes, that's a very good idea. So you have to find partners in crime to set it up, and I think it will not be easy without it. We're clear with that, because we don't have the knowledge about that, but here is the place to find your partners, and I'm sure that there's support for this idea.
So there are already many partners, I can see. We can host 10 groups. So. Thank you.
And of course, if you apply, we try to give our support. financially and also with people if needed. So any other business? Then I think we are good, huh? We are good in time. So then I thank you for attending and for participating, and keep up the good work, the good networking, and yeah, most important things will be decided now in the coffee break. And so I wish you that you continue to have a successful meeting.
No coffee break anymore.
Oh, come on.
No, it's, of course, I'm joking.
Okay. So, then we officially close our General Assembly. Then.
Thank you, Nicolas. Thank you, Tone. Thank you, Vieja. Thank you, others. Because it's always a big work to prepare a General Assembly, and I know what I'm talking of. For doing it for 7 years. So now, yeah, it's a coffee break, of course. So it was planned at 10:15. It's 10:30, so it's okay. And after, it's. We have planned, there you can see a PowerPoint about an Interreg project. It's a project which was done with the civil school, so the person will be online, so but not yet. So what I suggest is we have a coffee break, then you can come back here to listen to it, but also now until 4:04, the competition, the colored team, green, blue, yellow and red competition, carry on. And we're going to set up so this and some other presentation dissemination are going to take place in different places. Carolina and Paco have got one, so they're going to prepare a place to show you. This is going to be for all together, this is going to be only once, and some other maybe, so we're going to organize all this. And also your teamwork, that you have your rooms and your coach, so you just carry on with your duties all along the day, and it's going to be again the tour of Frontignan outside. If you have not had time to go on Tuesday, they will be there again. Okay, so if you have any questions, and also I have to check with you your departure time, is very important. So I wish you a good coffee break and see you later. I think it's 11:15, if not we can postpone to 11, I have to check with the person.
Actually, we have some time during the working on the task to do it, so I hope we can, after this meeting, just to the corner, so I do that. Yeah, what do you think? We will just attract them. Not here.
That would be all right.
And are you especially the coordinator on the website? It's still fully fledged. For the rest of
oui, c'est le même lien. C'est non, le second. Attends, ça
Yeah, so you want to have more features, but Yeah.
Is this only voice or?
Well, if Victoria is possible, I think she would like it, but she has the presentation, so the photo is small anyway.
Where's the presentation?
It's for Betsy
She didn't send her PowerPoint. I asked for it.
Yes.
She said no. She said when I had her message.
Okay, but
she said I will do the presentation. But I don't think I have the form.
Okay, but I can send it over now to you. And repeat the time, please, again.
20 past
11:20. Yes.
Internet. So I can check.
So I send the presentation. Yes, I am. Yes, I noted that. We are just in the beginning. I see. Yes, okay. It's just in the beginning. Yes.
I don't want to hold you up now, I know you're busy, but we were just talking. The presidency in Ireland is July to December 2026, but we were contemplating doing both if we could. You know, the agricultural skills competition.
And you can combine it.
Can you? Has that been done before?
Well, the first Agro-Olympics was called at that time.
Was it?
Was in Luxembourg, and we were doing it at the same time. So we had one side, a few kilometers away.
Yes.
We had the young ones and
yes.
competition.
Yes.
And on the other side we had our General Assembly.
Yes.
And for one day, on Saturday, we went to look.
Yes.
Competition, and we had even one common big gala where everybody was there, students.
That's
so
interesting.
The first time it was done like this.
Yes.
So,
Anne-Marie, yeah, he was saying the first time back in the 90s they done it that way.
Oh, not in the 90s.
Oh,
no, that's young. That was in 2015.
Oh, and it worked okay,
when we created
or organized chaos?
Agro-Olympics at that time, we had two teams. So one team, I think, I was in charge of the assembly, and George Carter organized the brigade. And students were in charge during the we had our meeting, and then one day we went to watch the students skills, and we had a common afterwards prize and so on. We had a common gala dinner with all the students and ministers and
yeah,
it was a big event. And we applied for it as an activity European prisons.
Yes. Oh, yeah. The European Commission.
By the European Union presidency function. So if you are in one of these years before, you can get funds for those kinds of activities. It would be also in Ireland, we have some activities fund for
Yeah, but is that okay then?
Yeah.
And do we need to let you know if
that's
a lot
yeah, you took over the Agro-Olympics, and he was organized this one, and he's very close to the organization of the Agro Challenges.
Yeah.
I think that's his
yeah, good. Okay. He's on about Germany 25, so there's nobody mentioned 26, so interesting. Yeah, thanks for that. Yeah, brilliant. So do I.
Especially if we have the presidency on a national government level, particularly the
if we apply as an activity for
the presidency,
it might get transferred.
Yeah.
In fact, Agro-Olympics is the games organized. It's not very expensive. It's a lot of work. A lot of people helping. It's more man-intensive, but
Was that what you call the agri? I thought they called it the agri skills, the agri Olympics.
Agro challenges.
Agri challenges.
We called it Agro Olympics in the beginning, but we got members from the International Olympic Committee that we were not allowed in Olympics.
Oh, okay.
They are afraid that we steal all the publicity.
Yeah, exactly.
Nobody will
Well,
look at the Olympics anymore.
It's very valid.
When we come to Agro Olympics.
Yeah.
That's like you see some little teeny tiny shop somewhere in Italy, husband and wife selling cheese, like teeny tiny, but their name is something and at the end Vogue, and Vogue magazine have got solicitors' letters saying get rid of the word Vogue, but they're lucky their region is called Vogue, so they don't need to. Wherever they go. They sell a little bit of cheese.
What's these things exactly?
I know, but it's yeah.
At least get some publicity.
Oh yes.
Yeah, no such thing as bad publicity. True. Yes.
And then the other thing, I didn't want to say it because it's my first time here, but the sponsors, some of the big international food companies would sponsor. Like, our big companies like Glanbia or Lake Glanbia.
Yeah, but
like Nestle or
always
yes.
Isn't there a
conflict
of interest?
Yeah, exactly.
So
you're never sure.
yeah, and marketing,
Yes.
yes,
No.
and the assembly.
Yeah. But they could sponsor a local event.
for example, something like that. You have to be very careful.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, no.
If it's now something like that, because when they have a meeting,
Yeah.
more of an issue with those.
No, I'm glad I didn't say it now.
Some kind of students.
Yeah. No.
First of all,
Yeah.
want to have good name.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, no, that's
was always
interesting.
the beginning.
But say Seth had a sponsor here today, that probably would have been straightforward enough. If you had a pull up there with a local agribusiness. Yeah.
Yeah, that's always. It's a difficult.
Well done on the figures, Anders. His figures were very good.
I wait. Just tell me when you are ready.
Good. So we were at 500.
Just check in already. Thank you very much. You're welcome.
We just have to respect those who do pay. And,
So you got the money? You got some money?
they will.
Yeah. I think you can
we want to say,
give saying people possibility.
we want
to put on the schedule 2-3 hours and then let them present because it's sometimes it's only dissemination, sometimes it's multiply event and you get money for the multiply event. Multiply event, it's new. You get 100 euro per person or 200.
Oh,
well, it depends what kind of activity they will choose. If it's
had a-
multiply dissemination, of course, if it's multiply event, it needs to be in like 2-3 hours because you have to work with your national agency. They will accept as multiply event. I have to talk to Lars after. So if not, it's dissemination because it should be done for 2-3 hours. Actually, now I will have 3 hours because the people will come and also. But if we could plan like multiply events beforehand and we say, okay, each project they have like 2 hours to present and do different activities, then they get 4. If they do in own country and they invite own people, they have 100 euro.
For the meeting, not for accommodation, travel.
No, it's only to have the multiply event.
Okay,
It's only, so you have to, event, so you have to be smart, you cannot pay everything. And if you invite some people from outside, you get 200.
But they also have money then beside that for their travel.
Not for multiply event.
Not
No,
now?
no, for this
So
one.
yeah.
I am first in the queue.
You also have the papers or what? It's okay, I'm
No,
going to
no,
come.
no,
Don't worry,
I'm
don't worry.
joking because Isabel, she has to do some things and I just told her, tell me when you are ready, so I will talk to her. So, but you can be in front of me. But I just said to Anas that it's nice to make use EUROPEA meetings for multiply events, not dissemination, but the multiply events. Because in my application I wrote that I'm going to do it in France multiply events and it will be so many hours, so many guests, and of course they will not give me for all guests, so I said 30 people, I think we book, and we do it in all countries, so I will share those money between the countries. I will give to you, to Paco, to Viesia, because we are doing this here together. So that's why I was thinking, like, if you do that, you can ask people if they can pay EUROPEA.
I think that is giving money to the organizers of the European meeting. It's not giving money to the budget of European.
Okay, like that. So you
because I think,
okay.
I mean, it's also difficult as organizer of the European meeting
Yeah.
to fund it. And maybe we can give the money, we can pass the money and say it's not 450 euro per participant, it's 350. We can make it cheaper to attend.
Yeah, you are right.
But it's not for European budget, it's for the organizers budget.
Yeah, you are right.
And that's a good thing. And that's also why I say students' competition don't make a small thing. Full pull.
In Czech Republic, September, we can run activity.
Yeah.
Again.
Yes, but it
Or
can be
it should
short
be to-
because we promise in our application to do it now, and then you have in your own country. So.
But we will have a 15.
No copy
Yeah.
break.
17.
But if you want, you can do for your organization in Czech. It's a very good idea. So don't be mad to put you on the schedule. Yes.
Yeah, but if we talk about the
Isabel, she said we should wait a little bit because she has to answer some emails. So we need to wait a little bit.
Finland line.
Yeah, we also, but we are taking care of her, so she needs a rest now. 5 minutes.
Thank you.
Now it's a lot of things to do. You would like to talk to Sophie?
Yes.
Please take the number and sit down.
As number 1, I have number 2.
And the ladies number 3, and you have the number 4.
I'll come back later. What time are your flights?
2 o'clock tomorrow. What about your flight?
It's late in the evening from Marseille, so we are taking the train to Marseille, we are eating fish on the seaside, visiting the city.
Okay. Do you have an email address I could send you something?
Yes, I
Yes?
have one.
Alright, I am so. If you have time. Yes. Sophie, when you finish the presentation, give me 1 minute just to say where we were going to sing with Paco and make the... Is that okay? And I will send the presentation to this very nice man, and if he could show the, you know, the logo of our project here, that's it. And we'll just say we will stay in the room next to 1 minute I do. Is that okay? Good. Thank you.
Yes, it's going to be after this.
Yes.
After this presentation, it's going to be a finished presentation.
Okay.
Online as well.
Okay.
And
So
then,
after.
so after.
Perfect. So I will send you my presentation. So
that's
you
good.
only
Who's
show.
number 2?
That's me. I only need your nice signature.
I have this PowerPoint and I would like to send to you. So you will show this and I will tell them where am I. So I do like that.
Sorry.
And I like that.
So this is a program, so I just want to know.
And I think we made a lot of
Yes. Yeah.
So if you could write your email, thank you. Yeah.
German career? German one?
This one?
No, I need point.
Oh. And the Yes. Oh, it's the wrong one.
Yeah, wrong. That's when you're using always French.
Okay, and I will be after the two online presentations. I will tell you, okay, please present the first slide so the people will know.
Give me 2 minutes.
Yeah, it's no problem. Because it will be after this, so you have plenty of time. So I send now to you presentations.
Yeah.
So I think it's very good. Okay. Thank you, sir. It's so annoying that you have this problem, technical problems. I feel so sorry for you. This is a problem, you know.
Yes. As is this, all this, I'm not sure.
No.
And I haven't the time to rechange all the connections to send that back.
But this is, sometimes it's better to use like this, so it's better. Yeah, but it's slow, but it's okay.
This one is okay, so this one is.
And I hope you receive already the email.
Okay, got it.
Thank you.
It's more than one page, or?
It's more, but you can only present the first slide because then I will do the presentation in the room. So you only show the people that they need to come. Luci, when can we make the interview? What do you think? Should we go out now and talk for 10 minutes, so we'll come? We saw this already.
How do you make it? How do you think about the interview? It's an interview.
Podcast, like podcast.
Yes.
So we will record it.
Ah, okay.
Is that okay, or what?
Yeah, but I thought it would be like an interview or but yes, not
And we'll be on stage. EUROPEA.
Sinon, en fait, ce qu'on pourrait faire après, et là, ils m'ont dit, dans l'Assemblée générale, si vous avez des choses à raconter, pourquoi pas expliquer un petit article, justement, on se projet sur les Cameroun, on prend un petit article, tout le monde peut aller sur le site et faire la présentation de quelques minutes, même 2 minutes. Et puis...
Ouais, en fait, ce qui est important, c'est quoi? Moi,
J'ai
participé, c'est qu'en fait, en ligne, les profs ils trouvent des outils, des cours.
Mais ça pourrait être écrit sur l'article, tu vois.
Je pense que les gens ils vont pas lire en fait.
Ah ben si, justement.
Là, tu peux prendre 2 minutes là, et puis après, tu te fais un petit entreprise, ils vont relire. Au moins, ils vont les lancer.
Parce que après, le problème, c'est par la production, ou alors il faut... sinon, de toute façon, après, on arrête la diffusion. Et puis à ce moment-là, on fait la production. Juste... si tu veux, quand c'est sur YouTube, il faut que ça passe par la machinerie de Gilbert. C'est pas YouTube, on va dire.
Ah oui, excusez-moi. Ah oui.
Depuis le début, vous êtes filmé, vous êtes en direct à la télé. Voilà, depuis le début, depuis mardi matin, c'est le direct. Donc, passez en direct sur les liens qu'on a, parce que vous avez tous reçus. Non, c'est bon, c'est bon. Donc, sur les liens que vous avez reçus. Les gens, quand tu es à la télé, tu regardes YouTube, tu ne peux pas
Il y en a qui sont connectés pour voir un peu, puis après, bon, voilà, c'est les méthodes qui sortent, on voit aussi qui sont et après, tu veux, nous, on aura la vidéo, quoi. Évidemment, dans des langages, bon, ça permet de prendre notre assemblée générale de FranceEuropea, on pourra rediffuser des morceaux, quoi. C'est ça l'idée.
Moi, j'ai pas besoin.
Oui, voilà. Et ça, non, mais je veux dire, voilà, on arrêtera la diffusion, on arrêtera la diffusion, et après, tu passeras en classique. Donc,
voilà, on peut
parce que sinon, voilà, sinon, c'est une autre manip. Voilà. C'est ce que je veux dire, c'est pas manip. C'est pas j'arrive à graduer, je fais non.
Ah non, 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 non. Non, c'est facile parce que c'est. Oui, voilà. On a quelque chose à faire. Mais non, on a
Et l'autre, elle en a aussi pour 20 minutes.
D'accord.
Donc, voilà, toi, on s'en est.
Ouais, c'est ça. Et déjà, c'est comment
Et sur ça, il y en a un autre faire la projection. Oui, Yes, we are organizing that.
Excuse-moi, je passe devant cette caméra. J'essaye de...
Ah, ok.
Ça fait plaisir, Dieu, je peux, je peux mettre... Non, c'est bon. C'est pareil.
Je t'autorisais à faire des filles, à faire des cafés ou je... Non. Non. Bon, mais c'est bien, comme ça, j'aurais sans regret démissionné. Voilà. Ah, ok. Ah, good news. I'm happy for you. Okay, so
to the presentation. Could you sit down, come in and sit down, please? Because the person who is presenting doesn't have so much time, so if we could start now. And after that we will have another presentation from Finland about circular economy. And then you will have another quick presentation about a program about local food. Thank you. Allez-y.
Okay. Hello everyone. I hope you can hear me well. Thank you for the invitation. So I'm Océane Lebot, working at Polmer Méditerranée as a European project manager. So I'm here to speak you about Blue Phasma, which is an Interreg-made project about circular economy in fisheries and aquaculture. And first, I will just present you briefly Polmer Méditerranée. So next slide, please. So Polmer Méditerranée, just to introduce you briefly our structure, we are a French maritime cluster based in Toulon, so in the south of France, and we are organizing or we are specializing so in all the maritime action, and we are organizing with 6 different domains, main our area of expertise. So notably the marine biological resources, are also marine mining and energy resources. And we have in our network around more than 400 members. Next slide, please. So our main role is to support the companies of our network in developing their innovative project, or in getting some financial support, and also to help them to find some partners and to develop their project. So here you can see the main figures, but I will not go into details. So now about Blue Phasma. So next slide. So as I said, so we are one of the partners of Blue Phasma, and all the action that we done in this project are for all the companies that are into our cluster. So Blue Phasma is a European project, so an Interreg-made, gathering 12 partners from 9 Mediterranean countries. And the aim of this project is to foster circular economy in fisheries and aquaculture. The project is ending in August, so we are quite at the end of all this project. So can you explain briefly what we have done all along these years? So the project was divided, let's say, in 4 main action. So first we started with a diagnostic phase. So the aim was to tackle the lack of data on the circular level of Mediterranean SMEs. And for that, we interviewed some actors, stakeholders, all in the Mediterranean area. So for us in France, it was located in PACA, so Provence-Alpes-Côte d'Azur, and Occitanie region. So all the SMEs completed what we call the readiness index to assess their level of circular economy. Then in our territory, we also organize several working groups. So to create a community and together the local stakeholders regarding fisheries and aquaculture, and to discuss all together about how to improve circular economy in their practices and to share also good practices. So it was really interesting. And then we also developed some individual coaching, so to support more deeply some SMEs, so either fishermen or aquaculture farm, to understand how they were working and how they could improve their shift toward a circular economy. And then, so the last part of the project was a capitalization phase. So the aim was to compile all the data that we collected and to set, let's say, some conclusion and some recommendation for the future regarding this subject. So we developed an action plan that if you would like, I can share it with you later on. It's a document that we can share and it's provide some recommendation and action plan on circular economy in fisheries and aquaculture for the Mediterranean area. So next slide, please. Thank you. So as I said, so the diagnostic phase, so all the SMEs that was involved in the project completed a circular self-assessment tool, so to assess their readiness and willingness to invest in circular economy practices. So the conclusion that we drafted at the end of all these activities is that the Mediterranean stakeholders' level of circularity in the fishing and aquaculture sectors is rather low. Fishing and aquaculture remain traditional sectors, as you can know. So this model is wasteful and is consuming a lot of natural resources. So we underline several difficulties to move towards circular economy practices. So you can see there on the screen, so lack of awareness about circular economy initiatives. Most of the beneficiaries are small and independent, and they have limited control over their waste. They also told us that of course, there is a lack of financial resources, that investing in alternative practices implies a lot of investment, and then a lack of administrative support for financial aid or support in finding some partners, some fundings. But in the other end, what we can say is that fisheries and aquaculture are two sectors with a huge potential to move towards circular economy, and that improvement can be done at all stages of product life, so from eco-design until recycling. So you have there all the challenges on the screen about what can be done to improve circular economy practices. Next slide, please. Okay, so this is also another tool that we developed into in our project. So this is a knowledge base that you can find on the web. It gathers some recommendation, tools, solution, and best practices about fishing and aquaculture and circular economy. So you can find some examples for our territory in Occitanie and PACA, Provence-Alpes-Côte d'Azur regions, but also in you can find also examples from all the territories that are covered within Blue Phasma. So I really encourage you to have a look on this base, and if you need any other information, you can contact me, of course. Next slide, please. So I wanted to finish my presentation with some example of good practices that we discussed that were presented during all our working groups. So one about valorization of fishing nets, so regarding fisheries, and about aquaculture, we worked a lot on how to valorize the oyster shells. So first of all, the fishing nets. So there are a lot of initiatives that are already developed, mostly in Provence-Alpes-Côte d'Azur, but also in Occitanie region. So here is it's a project that was developed by the APAM, so it's the Association for Fisheries and Maritime Activities, and they organized a collect of nets with different ports of south of France. And then they created a partnership with SME located in Spain, so it's C2C, and they valorize the fishing nets by creating some sunglasses. That's really a good valorization of waste. So these sunglasses are created with the recycled plastic from the nets. The second project is from one SME called Alegina. So it's a company that is located not in south of France but in the Atlantic coast. But they were invited in one of our working group because they are really a good example of what can be done with waste of shells. And so they are created or they are working with several aquaculture farms to collect the waste and the oyster shells, and they are transforming the shells into porcelains, as you can see in the screen. So it's quite beautiful, and it's really a good project, economically viable, and that could inspire other companies in south of France. So that was really two good example of what can be done with the valorization of waste. That's it from my side. So if you need anything else or other information on Blue Phasma, you can also visit the website, and do not hesitate to contact me by email if you need any other information on the project. Thank you very much, and enjoy your day, and thank you for the invitation.
Do you have any questions or no? So thank you very much. I don't know if you can hear us, but thank you very much for your presentation.
Thank you.
We say goodbye to you. So now we're going to be in a link with Finland. 2 minutes. Yes. Good morning, Susanna, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you. And can you hear me? Hello? Please inform me if you can hear me. Hello? 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 Okay. I just got the information by my colleague who is on site that you can hear me. So I will start my presentation and I will ask for my colleague to inform me if there's a problem with the volume. So my name is Susanna Westling. I'm an international affairs social specialist, and I'm also working with EUROPEA in Finland. I'm so happy that we got the opportunity to make a presentation and offer a presentation about our new project, anchoring social circular economy attitudes in VET. This is one of our newest projects, and we are focusing on both social, circular economy and circular economy. So please change the slide Forward, thank you. So when we first started our application and also the idea of our project, we Googled about social circular economy. Surprisingly, it's not very known. So if any of you try and check and Google about social circular economy, you won't find any much. It's so new, so innovative that we really have a great challenge. But we are also very interested, and it's good to have this opportunity. So one of our first challenges within this project, we are 9 partners from different countries, was to decide and interpret the different topics and also the meaning of social circular economy. Even if social economy has a long history and it's mostly focusing on health, education, employment and sustainable development, it's still very new when you link it to circular economy. It's also a challenge because it has a bit different meanings in different countries. There are different routines, legislation, etc. So for us, it was clear when we made the application to decide on the needs and also map the needs for each partner and country, and also check the experience and the needs of training, for example, even train of trainers. And green transition is broader than only green environment and nature, it's also social. So that's why we are focusing on social circular economy. And we have also decided to develop a social circular economy course module and also offer a concept of circular social circularity day. Means can be used as a marketing day or training day event. But it is important that we have the opportunity to stimulate innovative learning and teaching practices. And the most important is not the tools, but the methods. Please, next slide. So first of all, this picture was maybe the most important when we started to get an understanding of what is social circular economy. The first picture, the current one, is what we have now mostly. Everybody understands the economy. Circular economy, it's rather known by now, and that is environment plus the economy. But in circular economy, society lacks. Then we also have social enterprises. In most countries there are a lot of social enterprises, but they are working different and separate from circular economy. So what we are trying is now to link both of them. So that's when we are linking social enterprises with circular economy. And that also means that it would be a new ecosystem of social circular economy. It's to combine the concepts and to deliver benefits for people. For the environment and also explain and offer profits. And it's also important not only to offer and to highlight profits and potentials, but also to explain shortfalls and obstacles. The next slide, please. And yes. So in our project, we also focused on three priorities, main priorities. The first of all, the most important is of course environment and fight against climate change. That's the sectoral priority of our project. But it's also important to highlight vocational education, because vocational education and training has a really big role in social circular economy, because it's the future employers and entrepreneurs. So adapting vocational education and training to labor market with linking social circular economy, social enterprise with circular economy, and contributing to innovation in vocational education and training. So that's what we want to do within our project. So the concept of our project is to link the principles of the circular economy with social enterprising, to give the right conditions that makes it possible to foster innovation and creativity. Creativity is also a very important method, and also redesign. Please, next one. And how are we planning to have a successful project and also successful activities? We have identified 8 project objectives, and to have and offer our expected results, we also have to identify certain objectives. So one of them is to map and also publish a review of existing strategies within this social circular economy. So we started in the project to make and ask every partner to check if there is social circular economy strategies in their countries. If there are no social circular economics already existing in their country, then they offer the strategy of circular economy. But it's important to know what the situation is in each of the partner countries. Another objective is to offer a social circularity day, when educators, students and stakeholders can get together and update the information, and also offer lecturers, presentations, study visits, etc. And we are also trying to investigate the integration of social circular economy in society. It means that we are also we have an inquiry that we are going to send out to companies, organizations, and ask what the situation is at the moment, the actual situation of circular economy and social circular economy. And then we are also following up the students' attitude of the development of social circular economy during our project period. It means that we are going to do an inquiry in the beginning, and after the project we are also doing making the same inquiry to see if it has been a change of attitudes, and if the information integration knowledge has forwarded, or if it's the same situation. And we are also together creating online courses with social circular economy to provide digital and in a digital and flexible way, so that both teachers and students can get more information of new skills of social circular economy, or both upskilling and reskilling. And in order to publish and and collect the information, we will have a website connected also to a network, a platform. And in this case, we are connecting our web page to a Catapult platform, and that is updated by our Dutch partner. And it is also important to show that the social circular economy can be used as a strategic document. So we will offer a canvas that each partner can use as a strategic document, and it will be presented in an innovative and also illustrated way. In our case, it will be hyperlinked to our web page and also animated. Next page, please. So just to repeat on the objectives, but also the results and activities. We are mapping the situations of the strategics of social circular economy and circular economy, and we will offer and publish a review, a kind of a guide that is also going to be published to our web page. So it will not be a paper document. It will be information on a website, so that it will be more animated and more interesting, so that people who are not aware of the social circle economy will get information according to the target groups. So whether you are a student, you are a teacher, or an organization, you will get the information that is interesting for you. We will also offer a concept of a circularity day for staff and students, and also entrepreneurs. A social circular day that they together offer as an event with study visits, online lecturers, presentations, etc., to give examples and successful examples of how to train and get information about circular economy and social circular economy and social entrepreneurship. For us, it is important to have the mapping of the integration in society, to also see how the progress is going, how the social circular economy is also progressing, to see the background and see the progress. And the student attitudes is important to see the state at the moment, the attitudes at the moment, and also at the end of the project. Next page, please. Since we are many countries and many partners, we have the opportunity to offer training materials from different levels and different aspects. And because even if we are mostly of them vet educators, we may also represent different fields, vet fields. But it's also interesting to be able to offer and to publish different courses, different materials, different tools in the same methods, so that the teachers and the students can get flexible, can get materials through a digital and flexible way, and also pick the study visits that they are interested in, and depending on the vet fields that the students are representing, they can also choose the material. The platform that we mentioned is mostly a website, and the canvas is a strategic document. Next slide. The impacts that we are planning or hoping for is mainly to increase quality of education, to highlight social needs, and to prove that social entrepreneurship is linked and can be linked to circular economy. It will also increase awareness and openness to social diversity, and it's also important to show that it will be able to increase inclusiveness. Next page, please. And we also want to show and be able to prove that we can have impacts of increasing motivation for social circular learning through innovative teaching methods, more methods than tools, to offer course material online and also even online study visits. And to improve that there are levels of skills for employability and new business creation, creative thinking and redesigning of social entrepreneurship. Next page, please. And for other stakeholders than the target groups, primary target groups, students and teachers, the expected impact is also to increase social inclusion. Next page, please. The primary target group is vet students and teachers. It's not only to train the students, but we also have to offer training of trainers. And the secondary target groups are social enterprises, because those are very important to the vet educators and providers. Next page. And the project partners of this project are 9. 8 countries: Finland, Poland, Belgium, the Netherlands, Greece, Romania, Italy and Spain. Some of the partners have a lot of expertise within circular economy or in social entrepreneurs, and some of them are newcomers. The important for our project is to have different levels from different areas of Europe, but it's also important to have projects with a lot of experience and projects that have less experience but ask a lot of questions. And for the activities, we decided also to divide all the partners into teams, and each team are also responsible of some of the outcomes and results. So in the project, we divided the partners into a vet team consisting of vet providers and partners. We also have a high education team with Belgium and Greece, and a social team with Italy, Romania and the Netherlands. And this means that we have different levels, different countries, and also not only educators but also social entrepreneurs and higher education also. And for the activity, it's not only the ones who have the expertise, but also the one who will learn something, because it's important in an innovative project and development project to have the possibility not only to share the expertise that you have, but also to win and gain new experience. So everybody has to have a win-win situation. And the last page. Next page. The last one is the contact and information. EU Vocational College of Ostrobothnia is the coordinator of this project, and the project leader is Mr. Henrik Ingo, and Benita Volin, who is also at the moment at your project meeting, is also one of the project workers with our social circular economy project. So thank you for listening, and if you have questions, please contact us. Benita is on site, so she's very close to you, and if you have any questions, please contact us or ask the questions for Benita. Thank you very much.
Just one comment, Sophie.
Sorry? Questions, yes?
I hope they will distribute these presentations. We can send them out if they're willing to share.
Yes.
Because it was not easy to read anything.
No, it was written too small, so I don't know. I don't think. Do you hear us, Susanna? No, obviously she doesn't. So, Benita, please, you will tell her to give it to the.
Send it either to executive committee or editorial group, then they can share it with the world.
Yes. And also on the web page later on.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
So you can thank Susanna for this presentation. In fact, we saw her call on Team Engine. It was last year about this project, so that's why we contacted her, because it was completely in the purpose of today and a bit of the purpose of your challenge. So I think it's just starting, but I think it could be, to be followed and to be. I think they have said that could be very useful for the EUROPEA's school in different countries. All right, so it's 11:45. So I thank you. Yes, Carolina would like to give a little speech, and Catherine as well. So now we're going to cut the video, so you're not, it's got already perfect.